Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Universes Academy podcast. I'm your host, John Jennings, and with me, as always, are my two co-hosts today. We have Mr. Matt Childress and Mr. Chris Smith. How are we doing, guys?
Doing well. How's it going, man?
It's going pretty good.
Fantastic.
There's actually been a good bit of news since we last talked.
It's been a productive week, man.
Yeah. There's been a lot of info about
Monday.
GenCon coming out. What'd you say, Chris?
It's only Monday.
It's only Monday. Where are we going to go from here?
Yeah,
I know,
it's been a full
right?
week for us, though. Like we
Yes,
took some
true.
days off along the way.
Yeah.
But we got a bunch of Gen Con info. We got provisional season 3 cards. We got RLE season 3 cards, and surprise, surprise, it's got 2 set 3 cards in it. So it's kind of like a preview of a preview, right?
Yeah. Well, all right. So that is the community. I don't think it's been confirmed. Those are set 3 cards. Like, yes,
We're all assuming.
Yeah, everyone's assuming they're set 3 cards because all the other RLE cards have been from sets, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's not confirmed. That is wildly.
You heard it here
speculated.
first. Matt is a Jasco leak. We all know it. He's got secret info. He's on the record saying these are Heroes Clash cards.
I mean, to be fair, you're not a UVS player if you don't have some sort of leak in your pocket, anyways. So, like,
Also, I've just gotten word in from producer Ryan. Ryan Kraft is here, by the way. Sorry, I didn't shout him out at the beginning because he's not on screen, so it doesn't matter to me. But he is on the ones and twos behind the scene. I've got a message from Ryan. He says that it was confirmed by Aspira that they are Heroes Clash cards.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So Aspira is actually the leak, not Matt. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, I accused you. I got worked up in a state, and I was looking at you, so I had to blame you. But it was actually
Aspira confirmed that. I'm guessing in the Discord or something.
Discord.
I would assume, yeah,
most likely. Yeah,
probably after they were previewed.
Along with those season 3 provisionals and RLE cards, we actually got dates, not release dates, but dates of the event. And if you guys have watched Tim Keefe's news video, he points out a really good spot. There's this 2-week gap in September that if set 3 comes out, that's perfect timing for that set to come out. So we may have like a prognostication of when a date for set 3 comes out.
Yeah, so I had not done that math yet, but that was math I planned on doing because the fact that they told us season 3 is starting point, like the first event and all, means that set 3, because the seasons have corresponded with the set release, that means that the set has to be out before that point at the very least, right? Like, to your point, there may be a very visible gap, and that visible gap may be, I don't know when that timing is. To me, I would think if you could do like the pre-release events at Gen Con, because that's what, here in a few weeks, right?
It's like 3 weeks.
Month. I'll get you the dates. I have them.
Yeah, it's here in August, but like, is it the mid of August? I think second, third week.
Well, Gen Con's the first week in August, so the first regional is August 21st, and I believe that's the second event of set 3 because there's an online provisional week beforehand, and then there's something else, and then it's crazy, and then we have like 5 weeks of back to back events, and then we have a 2-week break, and then we go 2 more. Then we go like 3 more events in October. It's crazy.
Yeah, because they also announced that there's going to be a few more RLEs coming up. Obviously, with the new cards, they kind of announced some of the locations. There's going to be one in Pasadena, California. There's going to be one in Rochester.
That's a provisional.
That's a provisional. Okay.
The Carta Magica has one in Toronto, August 20th through 21st.
That's the RLE.
Yeah, that's RLE. Core TCG has the Pasadena one, September 3rd and 4th, which is Labor Day weekend. And then Carta Magica has the online one in October, 15th and 16th. So those are the 3 RLEs. And then there's a bunch of provisionals spliced in. The one in Rochester is the weekend of my anniversary. I remember that. It's October 1st and 2nd. And then there's another one. There's a couple other. There's 2 online provisionals this season, which is kind of good because there was only one in season 2, I believe. So, one that I won. But anyway,
I think there's another online. Isn't there another online one coming up here in like 2 weeks or so?
Yeah.
At the end
of the season, there is. At the end of the season,
yeah.
So you better defend your belt or shut up.
Yeah.
You
I
might
don't
He's
have to
actually
also
plan that one.
have 2 paths. Yeah, for
yeah.
real. Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And coming up this weekend, there's the 1K at a final round in Somerville, hosted by Jacob Masur. On Saturday is the 1K, and on Sunday they're having a teams event.
Okay.
And I know he's already said that there's going to be like other promos and stuff given out. He's got some of the Merciless Rush promos from Origins. I think he's going to be giving out those at the event. So if you couldn't go there, he's got some of those to give
Cool.
out. But yeah, looking forward to that. I know at least Ryan and I are planning to go down for that. For Saturday. We're not staying for Sunday. We're just going down for Saturday. I'm trying to think what else. I think in the last episode we hinted at Andrew Holder with Go Beyond Gaming would have an upcoming top 16 video for Orlando that is out. I suggest you watch it. It's really cool. He goes through all the top 16 deck lists, and there's some really cool stuff in there, like the Life Asui All Gas No Brakes deck.
Yeah, for real, right?
Yeah. So I would check that out. I'm trying to think if there's been any other news. You mentioned Tim Keefe's or Satonis' channel on YouTube. If you're not following him, go check it out. He does a really
Dude,
concise
he is.
news
It
update,
is.
much better than our freewheeling,
Yeah,
rambling
for real.
discussion that's happening right now.
His channel is criminally undersubbed, so go for here. Which, speaking of subs, we just hit 200 as of
Yes.
today. So
Bow, bow, bow,
huzzah!
bow.
But anywho, yeah, go sub his channel. He gives out some of the best news blurbs. It's
Mhm.
sweet. It's like 10 to 12 minutes, super concise. And then if
Mhm.
he has any spare time, I believe he says he's gonna do. He's gonna end up doing like some type of card review thing when the previews
Yeah, he
come
mentioned
out
that
or
in the most
whatever.
recent episode. He might
Yeah,
talk
so
about when talking about the provisional cards. He kind of did it in that
yeah,
video. Um,
two-time world champ and yeah,
yeah.
and
Um,
RLE winner and all that fun stuff. And we got our
so
own world champ. I'm pointing at Matt because Matt's in the screen down
the
below me. He
teams,
may
yeah.
be above me or this side, but I'm pointing
Right.
below.
Yeah,
So yeah,
in your view
yeah,
right now, he is below you.
yeah.
Tim Keefe did it on solo though.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
I
let's
know.
let's just be real. Like,
I
maybe
Hey,
mean,
you,
hey,
hey,
man,
hey, man,
card's card, right?
you still got to win games on your own. So
it's true. That's true.
Mhm.
yeah,
True.
Um,
So you get a final, so
also,
you can just cave immediately. Let your teammates do that.
yep.
also, Tim's channel's got some Final Fantasy 14 videos in there too. So if you're into that, check out Tim's playing some Final Fantasy 14. I had honestly never played the game, and I was like, well, I'm already here. I guess I'll look at these for a little bit,
Yep.
see what this game's like.
Game is sick.
And
But
while
anywho,
we're promoting online content, we
I was
recently
gonna
got
lead
a
into
new
we've also
decklist
had
video.
we've had two decklist videos come out since our last episode. We had Chris doing a Momo One Good video talking about like the updates with the DLC and just Crimson Rampage in general, kind of like what you would want to look at, maybe adding into your Momo One Good list. And then we had Matt with his Chaos Midnight deck, fresh up a top 32 out of Orlando, I believe 23, and going over that. And yeah, what would you say is the highlight of the video, Matt?
My transitions clearly, right?
Okay,
So,
okay.
for
I guess
real,
my,
dude.
my,
Those
my
are
labels and
no.
transitions, like like so I definitely I don't know, like I just kind of wanted to do something different and I wanted to kind of go through it. I had a handful of people message me after the event. So I just wanted to kind of dabble in and try my hand at it. Chris has already been doing some videos similar, and I was like, you know what, let's see what I can put together. And I remember Shane, I think back when set one came out, made some like where you see the physical cards kind of video, and I was like, oh, that's a cool approach. Like I had never seen a deck list video like that. They're normally more like what we've been doing with EVS Ultra and things like that. So I tried to kind of combine the two. I wanted to still provide that visual of the card at the time that I'm talking about, so you can see it on screen, because when you're looking at it in a sleeve, it's not so great. So all that to say, I would love feedback and let me know ways that I can improve. I want to keep doing them, but that Midnight deck's done well for me. I finished top 32 in Origins and in Orlando. Just missed top cuts in Orlando. So it was like 6-2. So it's all my tie breaks. I'm looking at both of you, but no, I'm just kidding. So yeah, it was fun,
Sorry.
and I hope people enjoy
I'm
it.
sorry.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
I
I enjoyed.
apologize for nothing.
Yeah. Whatever. But I watched the video today and it was really good. I loved it. It was a very good way. It was a really good like long form deck profile. I know like some of the stuff I'm doing is a little more quicker and more concise about updates, or I haven't done like a set 2 deck profile in a while, so those are a little bit longer, but usually the updates to set 1 characters are a little faster. So but
Absolutely.
I know people love Midnight, so everyone's all about that, and I think that might be the second midnight deck profile because I think I might have done one.
I realized
like,
after I posted, I was like, oh, I think Chris already did this because
you know
I
what
talked about it
though?
after you did it. Yeah.
You have done better. You have actually made. You've proven the sauce is good, and you've
Right.
proven that the deck it works and it's fantastic and it's a whole lot of fun. Because I don't think I did one for set 2. I think I did it only for set 1. So it's almost
Yeah.
like an update. So
Right.
right in line. So yeah, but now I got to raise my game because you have the transitions and the picture in
yeah, man.
picture. Oh man, I don't know about that. I thought I was gonna
Working
leave
on
all that editing to Ryan. Now I have to edit. No.
it. Sorry, man. Gonna keep raising. Was it Rising Tide raises all boats, right?
Yeah, you got
there
it.
you go.
Yeah, rising tide raises all ships. You got
Ships,
it.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you want to talk about some cards, John?
I was gonna say, well, let's briefly. I mean, I guess talk about cards in the sense of GenCon and how to get cards, right?
Yeah.
Because they've announced we've already seen the promos. There's 5. It's the All Might 5, Meteor Shower, Capture Evildoers, Heroic Lineage, and Let's Fight Bad Guys.
All Might 7.
All Might 7? I
Yeah,
said
it's All Might
5, didn't
7.
I? It's
Yeah.
man, it's too many damn All Mights.
It's Cloud Might, buddy. Cloud
Yeah.
Might.
But yeah. So it's pretty easy to get the All Might. I know that one. It's either demo, or you just show up and you're like, hey, I played the game. I'm like, cool, here's an All Might.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
you
just show them your online competitive account or whatever that they tally the points to and everything. Just show it to them, like, hey, I have an account. They'll be like, here you go, which is awesome. Yeah, so they are giving out meteor showers. You get 2 just for entering any of the provisional showdowns that they're doing that week, and I believe they're doing multiple ones, aren't they?
And it also includes
yeah.
teams on Sunday as well.
Mhm.
That one
Okay,
is
cool.
because they've marked down teams as a provisional, so I have no idea what that really means.
Okay.
So from what they said on Discord today is that if your team wins, everybody gets a bye in the next event regional they
Oh,
play in.
that's really cool.
So if your team so I think they're changing it up from the previous 2 teams regionals where they just hand you promos.
Yeah.
Now it's actually like I think they're trying to
something.
sweeten the pot a bit to get people to play in teams because teams is hilarious and it's a lot of fun and it's just the best format. So
Yeah, it's always been great.
oh
But yeah,
yeah,
you get 2 for entering any provisional for Meteor Shower, and then you get 1 for top 8ing, and you get 1 for winning it. So like if you go all the way, you're gonna end up walking away with the set. But just entering and getting 2 is kind of awesome. And then for the RLE, just for entering, you get a set. That's right, 4 copies of Heroic Lineage, which is insane. And that's in addition, apparently, to the actual RLE promos for Series 2 that you get as well. So these are just free promos stacked on top of the
nuts.
promos you already are getting. Like,
It's like
oh,
stacks on top of stacks on top of stacks on top of stacks.
dude, the haul is going to be ridiculous from this.
We're gonna be swimming in cards like Scrooge McDuck doing the back doing the swim.
Oh man,
well, you will,
got
Chris.
the
We
thumbnail,
won't be
boys.
we won't
got
be
the
there.
thumbnail.
We got it.
Chris will.
Thumbnail's ready.
Yeah. Also, just real quick, if you know someone who's going to Gen Con with you who does not play in the RLE, Matt will pay for them to enter for him.
Yeah, facts. I want the Heroic Lineages though. Let's clarify. Like that's why I'm paying for you to enter. You can have the RLE 2 cards, whatever. I don't need those. But those Heroic Lineages.
You win the entire event. You get to keep everything. Matt just wants the lineages.
I mean, you did the rest of the work. It's fine. Like
right now we're gonna have in post have Ryan flash Matt's phone number on the screen, and you can just message him directly. It's if not, just message me. I'll give you his number. It's totally cool.
Yeah, totally not kidding.
Yep.
But, so if you make it a day 2 for the RLE,
nice, Ryan. That's funny.
Then what? I don't know.
He said we're gonna also give out your social security number, your address, just everything, just to be safe, just to be safe, so they can really get in touch with you.
They need to make sure you get your cards, Matt. They need to make sure they get them.
Yeah, clearly. So if you make it a day 2, you get 4 meteor showers for making top 16. Then you get 4 Let's Fight Bad Guys for making top 8. You get 4 Capture Evildoers for making top 4, and then you get 4 All Mights for making top 2 because we gave you all the good stuff. So screw it. Here's some more cards, right? Like
to be fair, they get heat waves, and I believe Travis just sold his for like $5,600 today. So yeah,
it still does the same things as a regular frigid heat wave, right?
You are correct, but
it doesn't do anything else.
Travis sold his heat wave for
his runner-up frigid heat wave.
The silver heat wave, which is
the silver does look better. Silver looks better.
It does look better.
Yeah,
but
for $5,600 today. Yes,
no
he confirmed that in. He confirmed that in Discord today. Yeah.
Fix
All
or it
right.
didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me the bags of money. That's
And
crazy.
that is
Uh,
insane. It's
I've
nuts,
never
dude.
wanted to win an RLE so badly. Like, screw the points, man. I just want the 5K for my promo card. Like,
Oh, right.
wow.
I think it
Um,
auto wins games now. If you play with one of those, it definitely
oh,
auto
is that what
wins.
it is?
Yeah, it
Okay.
auto wins. Yeah, it auto wins games. Like I
Uh,
win, put it
oh
down,
yeah,
and you
yeah.
win instantly. Yeah.
That's the sub
that's
counter.
worth it
I
then. That's
win.
worth it. I get that then.
I don't know. There's only one in the deck, though.
Is it
That's gonna
like
be hard to
in
draw.
spades though, where you have the ace of spades that trumps everything? So if you play the silver one, it's like the
Yeah, the
king, and if
gold
they have
one.
the gold one, it's like the ace of spades. You're like, bang, sorry.
What
Yep.
happens if they play a gold Detroit Smash? That's got a higher difficulty.
I don't know.
man.
I think you split atoms at that point.
Yeah. True.
Good thing you can't play them in the same deck. But
Yeah.
yeah, so then they have the Plus Ultra board game tournament. Your guess is as good as mine. I'm guessing it's their board game that they released earlier this year, and they're having a tournament for that. I haven't played it, so I can't really speak to it. But if you enter, you get 2 Let's Fight Bad Guys. If you are the runner-up, so you get second place, you get another one. And if you win, you get 2 more. And then
And a
the
free board game, by the way. And if you
Oh.
win, you win the board game you're playing on.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So then they have the giant card tournament. Also, not a lot of details to my knowledge about that, but we do know the pricing. You get 2 Let's Fight Bad Guys for entering. You get 1 as being the second place, and you get 2 for being the winner. So just like the board game tournament. So to John's point, that's the other promo that I actually want from the set. So if there's someone who wants to enter both of those tournaments and get a set for me, I'll pay for you to enter those as well. Depending on the price of those, I don't know. They're like,
Well,
$50 an entry, probably not.
I think the board game's only like $10.
Oh yeah, I'll
yeah.
definitely do that.
I think the board game it's under 15. It's from what I remember.
I'll pay for 2 people to enter and call it a day. And then if, like Chris was saying earlier, if you just go by the booth and you do the demo stuff or the how to play tournament, or you just walk by and show them your organized play account, they will just give you an All Might 7. So I don't know if there's a cap on how many times you can do that. I guess you only really need 1 of him anyway, because you can only play 1 at a time. He's not a stacker. But yeah, that's how you get these awesome new.
You play in true form.
If you're playing true form, you want 4 of him. If you're playing true form,
that's true.
You know.
He's just 1 more All Might for you to discard.
Also, Capture Evildoers is available if you spend $40. So every $40 you get a copy of it.
Yeah.
That's from what our understanding is. So
So in addition to playing in events, any purchases at increments of $40 will come with a copy of Capture Evildoers. So presumably, if you spend $160, then you should walk away with 4 Capture Evildoers for your transaction as well. So that's pretty sweet, because that card's also very good, and the alt art is pretty dope. So
it is.
Yeah, man. Like this was like just a couple hours ago as of our recording, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I read this and I was like, shit, I need to go to GenCon. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean, if it wasn't 2 weeks away, right?
I mean, I saw where someone posted the other day, like, hey, we have an Airbnb. We need some more people.
I've seen several people post on Facebook, like, hey, we've got 3 or 4 like space for 3 or 4 more people if you want to try to come. We just need looking to split the cost, basically.
What are the chances of getting shanked?
I was gonna say, do not take this as an endorsement to randomly live like room with people on Facebook. Like,
I'm not telling you.
I'll vouch for I'll vouch for a lot of people in the community in that they're cool. I don't know about staying with them. So
well, even further, like even if someone's cool, like you're saying, staying with them, and also I don't even remember who made the post, and I mean, no offense or throw no shade, but it's a short list of people that I feel comfortable going to a foreign city with. You know what I'm saying? Like foreign in that way, it's not where I'm from, and
it's Indiana. That's no joke.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So like especially like I think you got to sleep. Your stuff will be unsupervised during that time frame.
Yeah, it's just generally I wouldn't recommend just meeting up with random people. Like, even if you yes. All that to say, Matt does not follow our own good advice, and is like, what's the worst that could happen, guys?
You could judge. You could just judge, and Jasco will pay your way.
So I thought about actually signing up to judge, but they're not going to give me all these promos for it. And if they told me,
I don't know.
I mean, maybe
you may ask because
I mean, like if I walk away with a set of all the promos,
you may. I would say you'd probably get at least 2 of each.
Mhm.
because I know that's probably because that's what they do for judging RLEs. They give 2 of
Oh,
each promo. So, because I've been in contact with head of OP for
yeah,
Pasadena about
Brag.
judging there. So, it's at least it's something, and you get
yeah,
paid, and they feed you, and you get your room for free,
yeah.
and
I just have to get
it
up there.
outweighs. Yeah, you'd have to get up there.
Yeah,
But if you think about it, then you have an easier way of being like, "Hey, man, you want to go play this event for me? Here's some money. Go, I'll pay for your ticket. Go play and give me the stuff."
true
So
that. True that. You might be onto something, my friend. You might have just punched a ticket. I don't need friends, Ryan. I got myself.
if I wasn't going just Saturday and Sunday and using my buys, I'd probably go volunteer and judge. It just you know
Yeah.
overall, the pay isn't bad from what I've been told. So
Yeah. But that is the Gen Con news that we know of. Like I said,
there's
so
more coming, by the way, John. There's
yeah, like I said, for now,
playmat.
that's the Gen Con
Yeah,
news for
yeah,
now.
yeah. It's
There'll
insane.
obviously be like a playmats, I'm sure, involved. We still don't know what the giant card is. We'll find that out at some point, I hope. No, it'll just be random when you get there.
It's an alt art
It's
Momo.
It's an alt
Easy.
art memo.
Boom. It's alt art
no,
Momo.
dude.
Boom.
It's clearly just going to be one of the old UVS giant cards they didn't send to a store as a preview, and
Okay.
that is a shout out for anyone who played back in the day. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
I
Um,
know,
y-
I know. We
Mhm.
had
yeah,
we had we had the Sub-Zero one in my store. That one was
yeah.
cool.
They
Yeah.
did it for
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat to hype up the game, and I'm not trying to relive old days, but it's just going to be one of those. You're going to be like, "What the shit?"
Mm,
Yeah. It's big too. It's like 3 by 4 or
Oh
two and
yeah,
a half by
that
4.
is
those
giant.
are giant.
Hopefully it's a character, so you could just be like, "This is my character," and then you have to
Ugh.
turn it sideways like this. It's
Just
like,
be
"This is
obnoxious with it.
No, the best thing would
commit."
be then they're like, "What's your character do?" You're like,
Mm,
"You can't see me for my character text."
You use it as a play mat. So yeah.
Ugh.
Uh,
Um, Speaking of characters, we got a few to talk about in these provisional season 3 cards.
ooh,
First up, we have this is All Might 5. That's what I was thinking of, All Might
yeah,
5,
yeah. This is all
because this
my
is All
five.
Might 5.
Gotta find them really
Um,
quick
Golden
too.
Age All Might. That's his old
yeah.
golden or silver or golden age.
So he's character. He's obviously 627. He's got all in good. This All Might has life.
Mhm.
So he shares a lot of stuff with Midoriya. Spoilers, it's relevant to his card. Uh, Response twice per turn. After you play a card with Smash in its name, draw one card. Awesome. Enhance flip one foundation. Your Fury or Punch attack gets +2 speed or +2 damage. That's also pretty good. And we got a Deadlock ability on a character. Deadlock first form once per game. Your attacks with Smash in their name gain stun 2 for the rest of this turn. Yeah, it's always pretty cool. It's you should note his response. It just says after you play a card with Smash in its name, so it doesn't have to. You don't have to play it as an attack. If you play it as a block, you still get to use that response. That's really sweet. Presumably there haven't been any cards that weren't attacks that had Smash in the title, but maybe there'll be
Yeah.
foundations that have Smash in the title. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe there'll be actions, assets,
Actions,
foundations. Who knows? Yeah.
something.
There there
Maybe
Uh,
there is there
Mr. Smashy
uh,
Smash is going to come into
there's
play.
I was looking at old cards, and there is one asset in the old game with Smash, and it's also based off of MHA.
oh,
It was called
Oh, United States of Smash.
United Kingdom of Smash. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
remember
could
that.
if you were playing the mixed format, you could do
hmm
that. Yeah, it was just kind
okay,
of funny,
cool.
just kind of reliving old glory days like Matt
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
Um, but
I think it's almost awesome.
yeah, I think it's really good. I agree.
pretty cool.
He's a little low on life. 627 is a little low for an All Might, right? But his I think his abilities kind of
Well,
warrant that.
to
The
be fair,
ability to
John,
draw 2 cards twice a turn.
this is him back in the day. Like this is the old All Might. This isn't when he's fully bulked up. Like he isn't. He
Mhm.
hasn't got that extra 3 vitality yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah.
Um,
Obviously, he's
I
still.
really like the enhance, the flip for 2
That's what I was about
speed
to
or 2
say. I
damage.
like that
That
they're
is
they're
great.
still working in the
Yeah.
punch and fury theme,
Mhm.
but it's in a different way. I think it's cool.
and
Yeah.
in particular, he can add speed to stuff. So like this is what makes
Mhm,
All Might 3 so good. Is that All Might 3 can add speed and push his attacks through. Whereas
mhm.
like All Might 1 and even further True Form, like they just have to hope you don't block, right? Like they don't add any speed.
Or play throws or something. But
Yeah, yeah, they can have other plans, but like for the most part, that's kind of their Achilles heel, right? Is they play these great value cards, but they can't ever get
mhm,
anything through. And I think this is cool. Like it's only 2 speed or 2 damage, but consider it like All Might 3. I mean, most people go into your turn with like 2, maybe 3 cards in their hand, right?
mhm.
So he can just do this regardless of what they have. So like when they have cards in hand, he's like, let's add some speed. Once they play those and they come out, you're like, cool, let's add some damage.
Mhm.
And so that's really, really good. My favorite thing about him is the fact he has a deadlock printed on his face,
Yep.
because I think this is the kind of stuff we need in the game. I was thinking about this after we saw this. Like, I almost wish there was a version of every character that just had a deadlock ability printed right on their face, because I'm so tired of seeing these decks that are like, I'm going to build 25 foundations and just wait until the game never ends and no one has fun. Like, because the truth is that that's a miserable game to play. Even if
Yeah.
you win, it feels bad, right? Like, you're just like, oh. And I say
Whatever,
this
man.
with
They're
confidence.
just gonna fall into my trap of my final exam gut shot deck when they build out to 25 foundations and that like half their deck's already in play, and I just mill them out.
Yeah, I got him. Like, because the thing is, like, I've played that version of this game before where
Mhm.
you built a gray wall and then you slowly picked away someone, and it's not that fun in my personal experience and how I prefer to play the game. So I think seeing characters like this, that the whole game they have to honor the fact that as soon as they go into deadlock, you are going to whoop the shit out of them, is great.
Mhm.
So I would love to see that, man. Like that, I saw that and I was like, that's really cool. I don't most games you're never gonna get to use it, right? Like it's just
Yeah.
a threat. It's the nuclear threat, right?
It
Don't
is
but I'll
it's the
blow
sword. Yeah, it's the sword of Damocles in this, right?
Mhm.
It's just always hanging over you, and you never know what it's going to drop. And more importantly, since it's a deadlock first form, it just takes effect for the rest of the turn. It's
Yeah.
not like something where they're like, "Oh, I've got like something that lets me blow up a foundation, so they can play one attack, and I'll eat one deadlock ability." It's not that bad.
Oh,
This
no.
is no. It just pops it. It's like you go into deadlock, and it's like, well,
It's all
you better be sure you can't die on the
Mhm.
backswing, right?
My favorite things about him is that he breathes new life into All Might 1 attacks, because like
Hmm.
Missouri Smash, Detroit Smash,
Hmm.
Smash, you
Mhm.
know, Texas Smash also draws you, like they all just draw you a card.
Yeah.
So in a way, I think you're just playing all of those, and then whatever new Smash comes out or whatever. But
Yeah.
um, it's
Midoriya's got Detroit
or
Smash.
he has Delaware Smash, is what
Delaware
it
Smash. It's a
Delaware.
flash, but you
Yeah,
can still
but
respond with
you
it
can still
though.
respond and draw a card.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
but he just gets to play that game where it makes All Might 3 so good, where he can attack you 2 or 3 times and then still have, build 2, have 2 to pass. He can just have these incredible long turns, so,
Mhm.
Hmm.
yeah, I think he's pretty good. He's gonna
Um,
be a lot of fun.
Up next, we have a character who everyone immediately lost their goddamn mind over, and Matt is here to throw some cold water on you, all you fucking baddies.
Um,
Please do
so,
this.
so we have Recovery Girl. She's 5'3".
Don't say her name.
Oh.
She's got good life and water. So that's not a bad symbol spread. Like, to be fair, first form, gain 2 health. Response for free. After you take damage, build 1 foundation from your discard pile.
Mm,
And then she has enhance, destroy 2 foundations as cost.
mhm.
Your attack gains throw. All right.
She's
So
a
the thing that people
530, by the way.
yeah,
She's a
she's
530.
5'30".
She's a
She's
530,
the most
yeah.
5 hand size character to ever come to 5 hand size town. Um,
Yeah.
but like the thing that people are losing their mind over is that response, right? It's the fact that, whoa, she can just build foundations. Like, if I poke her, if I hit her at all, she just gets something for free. Yeah, so just don't do that. This is not rocket science, guys. Like, having a character that punishes you for poking is fine. Get over
Mhm.
it. Like, I'm not saying
Yeah.
that to be cold. Like, just step your game up. And what you do is you're gonna go and you're gonna play a 6 or 7 hander, right? And you're gonna build turn 1. You're gonna tell her to go. She's gonna build like her 3 or 4. Maybe she's really good. She builds all 5. You're like, cool. I'm gonna build my other 5. Go. I'm at 10 now. Okay. If you build out to 5, I kill you the next turn. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter if you build
Yeah,
into, like,
because
I'm gonna grip 6 or 7 attacks and I'm gonna murder you. And you're not gonna gain any health because you're gonna die in a turn. And even further, people are like, okay, but she can make everything a throw. Okay, how many relevant throw decks have there been at all so far?
one kind of the All Might 2 good throw
0,
deck,
John. The
but
answer is
it's not
0.
really like
Not
super like
relevant.
0.
it's not
It's
topping.
there.
0.
It's there.
It's
I like
there,
that list, but
Yeah.
it's not relevant. It's not doing anything in the
Mhm.
meta, and that's because you have not Leaf Shield, you have Fate's
Shield.
Shield,
Thank
and you
you.
have
Wall
Wall
Confuse,
Cling, you have Confused.
you have Wall Clean,
Yeah.
you have all
Fuse,
these cards that are
train
just
with Gunhead, yeah, all
yeah,
that
you
Mhm.
have
stuff.
all these cards that are just already main decked in a lot of decks, right? Because they're just generically good against other things besides just
Mhm.
throw. Oh, they also happen to completely shit on throws. man, she sure did destroy 2 foundations for me to block it, take no damage. Like, this character is okay.
I think the thing that people are most afraid of, speaking from their perspective, is that she can take damage, cycle in that Midoriya card that gains 2, destroy it
Rigorous
for cost,
training.
rigorous training, and
Yeah.
just loop that over and over again, which
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Do that.
that's cool.
That's a bad card.
That's neat. I mean, like from her perspective, that's a neat kind of gimmick, but it doesn't kill anybody. And eventually, you're gonna run out of health because if that's all you're doing,
Yeah.
you're
It's
never gonna progress game state, and you're just gonna die.
Like, okay,
Yes,
so, like
to use or to use your own term, Chris. It's magical Christmas land, right? It's you've got self-sacrifice in play, and you've got rigorous training, and I blow up self-sacrifice to give it -1 damage, and then I take the damage, and then I build in rigorous training, and I
Yeah,
just do that
yeah.
over and over again. So I'm only ever taking 3 damage.
right, so play devil's advocate. If there was a substantial amount of damage reduction on her symbols, like
Mhm.
if it wasn't just self-sacrifice or it wasn't just a couple of other cards that do a little bit,
You got
if
like
she had
resistance
yeah, if
ish.
she had a lot of stuff that's just like, oh, reduce this down to 1 damage and things like that, sure, this character could get crazy because then you just run a DR heavy deck, you don't ever block, and you just eat like 3 or 4 damage from an attack, and you just build out, right? And you're just like, you want to keep doing this? But that's not the game we're playing. Like those cards don't exist. Like it's just resistance off a good,
Self
hardened,
self sack, hardened
self-sack.
on block. That one Gran Torino. Let's go out fight some bad guys
Let's
against
fight
only three.
villains or something.
Let's fight
Let's go fight
villains against
villains.
3
three
specific
different symbols.
symbols, it does
3 different
something.
symbols. Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
and
think
that's
people
all
are
that's a
freaking
good
out
deck
for
at
no
that.
reason.
And
Yeah.
spoilers, if she's running the good deck, she's not running, Excited for Blood, which is
Yeah.
actually really good because then she's gaining even more health and
And she's
probably
drawing
better than
cards, which
all the
helps
things we
to
just named.
yeah.
Like
I mean,
But definitely, yeah, definitely.
the biggest thing for good is you're so obvious, right? That's the big one. Is you're like I can loop.
Sure.
You're so obvious. That's pretty cool. And I'm only taking 4 damage a hit, right?
I'm only taking
That's the best
I'm
thing.
taking printed.
I
Yeah,
would
Like,
rather
printed. Sorry, yes,
yeah.
not 4. Print. You're taking printed.
yeah.
I mean, I
Um,
would rather tutor in passing the torches so I can actually draw cards on my turn and kill you. That's what I'd
Yeah.
rather do instead of trying to
um,
loop health all the time.
I think people also underestimate the actual cost of the give throw. Like destroying 2 foundations is not nothing, especially in a 5-hander.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, oh my god, you can give frog lashing throw. It's like, okay. I mean,
Cool.
yeah, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna
lot.
blocking a frog lashing.
So you're saying she's gonna destroy face ups, so your frog lashing can hit harder?
Right.
Go ahead, that's a win.
Yeah.
I'll take half
Yeah.
damage. I'll
Yeah,
take half
exactly.
damage
I
all
think
day.
people are just being very cavalier about the cost
Yeah.
of destroying 2 foundations. Like if she
And
were a
she
7-hander,
doesn't
then sure,
yeah.
maybe. But
She
a
also doesn't
5-hander,
put speed on anything, so your frog lashings are still base speed. Okay, cool. You're
Yeah.
4 high for 1,000,000, like for 10
mean-
damage. I'll take 5. I don't care.
I will
Mhm.
fully acknowledge that I am certain someone will build the MPE deck of I don't win, I just don't die, right?
Yes,
Like you can try to do that with this character by pulling back foundations that just gain you health or reducing the print. Like I get that. But that deck doesn't win. That's my point. Like
it's
it doesn't
like you
matter
said,
if
it's
you
just I don't
lose, you
lose.
have to
Yeah.
still win.
What you do
So-
against a deck like that is you just take your 0/0 draw and you move up the table and just beat everybody else while they stay at 0/0 draws or lose because they can't kill anybody. So just take your 0/0 draw and move on and
Mhm.
don't worry about it. That's all you
It's
do.
yeah. Someone it's gonna be the Rorschach. You're trapped in here with me.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
what's gonna be playing
yeah.
here. It's gonna be like it's
Just
like
like,
okay,
do you
yeah,
just really just want to ID so we can actually go to the bathroom or
Yeah.
eat? You know,
Are
it's
we
like
gonna play this 50-minute game that doesn't end
Yeah.
because
no, it's
Uh,
gonna be a 110-minute game. It's gonna be 70-minute game because it's an hour and 10 minutes,
Mhm.
and then it's gonna end in a 0/0 draw. So
right.
Yeah. Well, enough about characters that we don't think are that great.
Yeah.
fair.
Chris,
Prove us wrong.
yeah,
Football.
we got living up to his example.
It's a actions, a 3/5 +1 low block, breaker 1, infinity symbols, everybody. So it's 6. So if you need low blocks in a deck, you got something.
Problem
Mhm.
solved.
Problem solved. And then it has a first enhance. Remove. You may discard 1 card from your hand in addition to momentum to pay for the cost of this attack's EX or powerful ability. Period. If your hand size is 6 or less, draw 1 card. So before we actually talk about the card, I want to ask you guys' opinion because we know as longtime players that when it says hand size, it means your character's hand size, not the hand size in your hand. Because I've
Yes.
seen people say, "Well, it doesn't say printed hand size, so it's talking about the cards in my
Wait.
hand."
Wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, someone tried arguing that since it doesn't say printed hand size, it's talking about the cards in your hand, not your character's printed hand size.
No, yes, that's dumb because there are cards that, like, specifically like passing the torch that say if you have
No,
0 cards in hand, draw
I know,
2. That
I
does
know,
not
but
say if your hand size is 0,
I
draw
know,
2.
I know, but people will try
Hmm.
to like we said, look at Recovery Girl. The world is burning.
Well,
So
I mean,
people,
people
yeah,
also messed
yeah,
up the
yeah,
ready, get, set, go response, right?
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
Somehow
yeah.
they didn't understand
But
that.
anywho, so
There you go.
let's talk. So let's talk about this. So one
Yep.
one cool thing about the card is that the it's kind of like it replaces itself if you're a 6 hand size or less. So that's kind of
Hmm.
nice. Um, it gives you another momentum outlet. So if you don't have snap momentum in your deck, you can play this for snap momentum. But again, you're kind of going down a card, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna play this card in sideboards for the +1 low block breaker one. Personally, that's all I see it being used for in more of a competitive play. I think for kitchen table use, it's gonna see a lot of play because it's a lot of fun. It's just
Hmm.
cool. It's really what an all might one card for the most part.
Eat a 3
Oh yeah, E to 3 as well. Yeah.
because he can turn that 1 momentum into
You're
real
right.
momentum.
Real
Yeah,
momentum. You are
I,
Versus
correct.
I've
X's.
Yeah.
yeah, I've got an Eda 3 deck that I've played some, and he's really fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, this
Yeah.
this you take out Blood Curdle in the main for this. You just slam this right in there.
Yeah, I think this card's bad.
I mean, like I said, I think it's good
Yeah,
just because the +1 low
you're
block and
you're
breaker
not
one.
wrong. Like
If
if your
that
Yeah.
deck's really short
totally
on low
resets
blocks,
low
then
blocks.
sure
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
you can
it.
add in
Yeah.
a +1
Well,
low
because
breaker
uh
with a 5 check.
in the old game, people used to play what Animate Fusion because it was a plus like 1 low block breaker 2 or something like
Yeah,
that, and that had
yeah.
infinity symbols, so people cited that for
Yeah.
low blocks.
Yeah,
So yeah.
like, you're not
Okay.
wrong, like,
Yeah.
depending on the list, you may very well just do that, and also depending on the meta, right? Like,
Sure.
if, Iabara suddenly becomes, like, the meta, right? And she's the
Mhm.
life or water deck to beat, then this card gains a lot of value. But that being said, it just has a very real cost. Like, it's a first enhance, right? At least
Mhm.
it removes, so that's good. Like, it's not gonna clog your card pool. But then it just lets you discard a card. Like, yeah, it's cool. You can convert that foundation into a pseudo momentum. But like I said, outside of Ida, I can't convince myself I'd play this in a deck. And
I
Ida,
got
I don't know if I can convince myself to do it either.
Okay, so you don't have to discard the card for momentum, so you could basically just first enhance remove to draw a card if you're 6 or less.
If you're 6 or less, yeah.
Yeah, if you're 6 or
Mhm.
less.
Good.
So
You can just cycle.
it's
Yep.
kinda like the ready set go form in a way, but it's a
Mhm.
first enhance, so it's a little easier to cancel. You don't have to discard the card for the momentum, but you know.
Yeah. You're checking on a 4 either way, right? Race it goes a
Yeah.
4. This is a 4 because it's an enhance.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, like I said, again,
Yeah.
it might find a home. There's probably a deck, like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Eda deck is like, this is what it needed to get over the hump to get that first momentum. So, like, you can
Yeah.
just snap do it on your first attack, and you're like, "Let's go, turns live."
To get over the hump, it just needed more low blocks, so there we go.
Okay,
Right.
there you go. All right. That is living up to his example. Next up, we have Flamethrower. It's our first attack so far. It's a 5/3 with a +2 mid block. It's a 3 mid for 5. We have Death Fire Order, and we got a picture of Shoto letting loose with his left arm there. We got Charge, Powerful 3, and Ranged. Enhance, discard the top card of your deck. This attack gets +X speed. X equals the printed difficulty of the discarded card. Enhance, if this attack deals 5 or more damage, destroy one rival foundation. So if it deals printed damage,
Mhm.
you get to do some stuff there. I think it's an interesting card. It's gonna be kind of neat to see if there's more ways to kind of set up the top card of your deck, right? Obviously, first thought is Kurogiri being able to look at the top and the bottom, and like, but then, but if it's obviously if it's a high difficulty card's gonna be attacked. But then it's like I would rather just draw the attack somehow if I can, if I'm stacking my deck that way.
It just
I mean,
depends.
maybe if you're playing, well,
This
no,
guy
dissolving the conflict puts it on the bottom, right?
Yeah, when this has got a
This top
POW
of
3
discard to
on
the
it,
bottom.
dog,
Yeah,
like, you might not need that
that's
other
true.
attack,
That's true.
you know
That's
what I'm
fair.
saying? Like
Yeah.
True.
like,
Very
adding
true.
5 speed, making this an 8 speed, and then having even 1 momentum, it's an 8/8 on a
Hmm.
5. Like,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
that ain't nothing.
Um.
That destroys the foundation of your
I mean,
choice.
Shoto 2 can use this and get +2/+2 stun 2, and that's something too.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
that's a 7 mid Sorry, 7 air quotes, mid 7, because of the whole stun equation.
Yeah,
But
plus whatever you
Mhm.
get if you
yeah,
use this. Just
mhm.
it's gonna
I
feel
mean,
real bad when you discard
is
that
this
that spam foundation, right?
is this
that
just
Right.
that zero damage.
another piece of beating that a Choco 2 can play and just nuke all your foundations on turn 2? We don't know,
Yeah.
you know, because a
Yeah.
Choco 2 is pretty dangerous with this. So
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be at least a 5. Yeah, at least
Dude,
a
5
5
mid
med.
5. Yeah,
on order, you could run this with Award the Victor, and
yeah.
but that's after the attack. Never mind. Doesn't get
Yeah,
you very
I
much.
was
Dang,
Never mind.
thinking that as I
Dang,
was reading it, but
I was
it
getting
doesn't.
excited.
The timing is
Mhm.
quite isn't quite
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but still, I mean, like you're right about Kirigiri. That's probably the immediate best use of it that we've seen so
Mhm.
far. But
Like,
I don't know.
just
Like this
tweak a
card's
card that can stack. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, this card's fine. I mean, being a 5 diff that's that slow kind of hurts, but at the same time, if it was any faster, that top enhance would be bananas.
yeah.
So
And that's like Kurogiri, like order in general sometimes can have difficulty pushing damage through without stuns.
sure.
So this gives them. I mean, honestly, I don't know why you wouldn't just run the stun package on 1.3. But if you wanted to, you could maybe do something like this instead.
Maybe we
It's a
better
neat
have a
card.
charge range powerful package, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Next up, we got Gigantic Explosion.
Yeah. So gigantic explosion. It's another attack. It's a 5 difficulty, 3 check. It's got Bakugo 2 symbols, so death, earth, and fire. It's a 4 high, doing 5 with a +1 mid block. And it's Fury, Combo Fury. And the combo enhance requires you to discard a momentum. It says both players destroy 2 of their rivals' foundations. So you're targeting 2 and you're destroying them.
Mhm.
And then they target 2 of yours and destroy them. This attack gets plus X damage. X equals the total difficulty of the destroyed foundations.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. It also has a deadlock enhance. Add the top 2 cards of your discard pile to momentum, which is pretty hot for Bakugo because, he's going to
I
sit here and,
love this. I love
yeah,
this card.
he's
Oh
gonna
my
pump some
gosh.
speed and he's gonna, pump up that powerful, gets him that 2 momentum. Like they're not gonna go
Mhm.
into deadlock with this. That being said, this it also gives you the momentum so you can pitch for this, so you can get that ability online. I think it's very likely like that you're gonna see this attack getting minimum what +6 probably most of the time because you're going to destroy at least 2 of their 2 discs. So that's 4 right there. So
Mhm.
odds are they're destroying like 2 of your 1 disc unless you have 2 zeros in play, and then you only get 4. But discard a momentum for +4 damage and destroy 2 of their foundations is pretty all right. And
What's also kind of cool is that you get to flip with Bakugo too. You'll be flipping 2 of their
Because
foundations
you've used the
as well
combo.
because you use the combo. So
sure,
you
yeah.
can also get rid of their answers for your stuff.
Mhm.
His says after you play a combo ability though, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you would respond. So you
You
would use the
respond.
combo ability. They would blow
Yep.
stuff up, and then you respond.
Yep. No, you
Right?
would pay cost and then that you
Is
respond
that how
back.
that works? Okay, so
Yeah.
you discard the
Pay cost.
momentum. You have used the
Hmm.
ability, and then you use
Yep.
Bakugo to respond. Okay.
Yeah. This reminds me of my favorite tack from the old game. There was a card like that basically did this. It was a reju. I can't remember. It's a long, long name, but
Hmm.
it's does the same thing. You blow up 2, and since it's your effect, you get to have them pick. You can have them go first, and you can have your rival blow up your foundations first before you choose. So say you have foundations that they pick, and then you pick their 2 best ones. Obviously, it's going to be their 2 best ones versus your 2 best ones because they don't want you to have that on the offense. But
Mhm.
Right. I think the
yeah,
real key to playing this card is that um you want to like tap your weak ones because if you're playing this against me, I'm going to destroy your zeros and your ones. So if
Mhm.
you've already tapped those, I'm going to think twice about that because then I'm like, I want to take away 2 more resources so he doesn't keep pushing his turn out because this thing's a 6 diff. You probably had to commit some stuff.
Yep.
So I mean, like that's what's cool to me about like the decision making in this card. It's kind of that next level of it. It's like, okay, well, on the surface, like, yeah, I'm just going to destroy the biggest things. Well, in actuality, I might not destroy the biggest things because I just want to deny them resources. Like, if you only got 2 ready, I don't care what the difficulty is.
Yeah,
You're
we
not
blowing
blocking
those up.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
blow
so there's
up.
just a lot of cool like game state impacting situations that you can kind of play with this card. So yeah, I think this card's cool. It's probably not a 4x in most lists. You probably run like 2, maybe 3 of it.
Mhm.
But I haven't really played a lot of Bakugo 2, so maybe
You
it
can
is.
go detonation launcher into this, and you have the momentum online the minute you actually reveal the card from your hand. So you
Yeah,
could
so you can
easily
play it.
pull this off turn 2 super fast. If you want to try to murder your opponent,
That's
this card is for you.
a 5
This,
into a 6.
yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, we're Bakugo too. We Magical Christmas Land, man. We built
We're
6 our
going.
turn 1, dude.
Yeah, we're
We
we're
play
6. Okay,
we
hey, we're
built
there.
6 turn 1, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Magical Christmas Land. That's what I'm talking about. That's where we live in now.
Uh,
So yeah.
speaking of some magical Christmas land, Chris, you gonna tell us about Villainous Waylay?
Oh man, I don't get to do the card. I don't get to do
I just realized I messed up the order. I'll do
check it out,
Waylay
check
if
it out.
you want to do the next one. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the
Okay.
next one. You do
Okay.
Waylay.
Okay. I'll do
I
Villainous
feel this-
Waylay.
The last card was made for me specifically.
It
and I
was.
failed.
Somebody at Jasco loves Chris,
It
despite
matches
what he
his
would
play
tell you.
mat.
They love him.
They love me. Yes.
So we got Villainous Waylay. It's a 4/2, so we got a 2 check on an attack here. It's a +2 low block. It's a 4 mid for 5. We got Death, Evil, Void, Fury, Enhance. Name a block zone. Your rival must discard a card with the named block zone. If they cannot, they reveal their hand. Ooh, baby, this card is a beating. Yeah. That's a 2 check that is earned right there.
This card just puts Void discard on the map, right? So everyone's gonna start playing their
It puts
Eraserhead
Sarah on the
Fury?
map. What you talking about?
Eraser. What?
Sarah,
Sarah
that's
on
really
the
good with Sarah
Oh
too.
yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
Hey,
Eraserhead.
show me that
Sparrow,
hand, girl. What that hand do?
What's the Villains Defeated's gonna make probably a comeback because hey, I need to draw
Safety
cards
card.
after you make me I need to
Yeah.
draw a card because they discarded
Yeah.
a card out of my hand.
Maybe.
Oh boy, you know.
Depending on how dominant this card gets. Yeah.
hmm
I,
Yeah.
I definitely think this card of all of them has the potential to really make a splash.
Mhm.
Like you could do this with Shinso, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Could be some cool stuff there. Like you just name mid for his ability and it gets +2 speed, so it's a 6, 2, and 5. And then you're like, okay, reveal these. Okay, now you have to play this. Okay, discard that. Like, I don't know. There's lots of cool stuff you can do that.
Do we just play this in Death Bakugo 2 and just be like, we call high? And we already have momentum, and then we play that last card on after this, and we just blow their face off. Because
Maybe. I mean, like,
let's
so the thing
go.
is that like you're hoping they don't just stack their hand with one zone, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
for sure.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
like
yeah.
if they sit there
I
and you're
know.
like, I name mid, and you're like, cool, discard the bad mid block, holding on to the breaker 1,
Yeah,
like
there
capture
you go.
your
Yeah,
skilling grip. But
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you also got Gran Torino. I mean, he discards cards on his face, right? So you get
Mhm.
this, you get 2 cards out of their hand. Well, at least 1 with his ability, maybe 2. You don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this card seems hot.
Couple
I'm
that with
excited
hard
to see this
stop.
get in the rotation.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
All right, Chris, tell us about your baby.
Oh my gosh. This card is the best card out of the bunch. I don't care what anyone else says.
Clearly the most competitive card.
Clearly, this is the best fan services card ever. That's not even a word.
A specific
but,
fan service card, by the way.
specific fan. Hey, there's like 5 of us in the community. Okay, calm down. Photogenic hero. It's a 2/5 Mountain Lady symbol, so Earth, Good, and Void. +3 high block. It has taunt, which is hilarious.
Because why wouldn't it?
Because why wouldn't it? Enhance Destroy. This attack cannot receive any more speed bonuses this enhanced step.
Okay, it's not bad.
Not bad. Response remove after you block with a copy of your starting character. Build it. So
Okay.
this is actually not. I would rather have seen that as a flip than a remove, but I get
Mhm.
it. You're adding something to your stage, so I get it. But
And you're
Yeah.
clearing progressive.
and you're clearing progressive, so that's fine. I, dude, I'm slapping 4 of this, and I'm buying every copy on the market because I'm making a shirt. So
Out of the cards, like you're just gonna weave
out
them
of the
together.
cards, yeah, dude, you got it. Yeah,
Most
it's gonna have
uncomfortable shirt
it's gonna
ever.
it's gonna have a Mount Lady right over my heart, and then the rest of it's gonna be this card. So no, I'm very excited about this because I've been looking to rebuild Mount Lady, and she's
Mhm.
gonna have a little more tools. And this actually, she's considered a slower deck if you want to stack because there's no way to really get them online. So this now, instead of having to make sure they get in your discard, you can hold on to that plus because we've seen buddy blocks make
That's right.
Yeah,
they
there's-
are in the
they're a
format.
thing.
It is a
Yeah.
thing. It's a thing. A +0 mid with a 6, dude.
Yeah.
But
They-
it
they
allows you
rack.
to get online a turn faster. So if
Mhm.
you're able to build one in with her ability, block with one, remove, bring it down,
Dude,
pretty
yeah.
Yeah, it's
You're at 3, going into your turn 2. Ooh, we live.
5.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
just it's awesome, and plus the art's amazing. So I never thought they would actually use this art on a card. So it's great.
Yes. Well, specifically, did you mention the playmat?
Oh yeah, my playmat is this art. So now
Mhm.
it's an official mat. I would assume now, right?
Maybe.
Yes. So
Yeah.
That works.
I need
You have
that.
to you have to talk to
Officially not to
old
be able to use
Tim
it.
Privilege
That's
about that.
Yes, you're right, Matt. You're right. You're right.
yeah, that's
No,
that's how
very
official
excited.
it is.
Very excited for us Mount Lady fans. So very
Uh-huh.
excited. So yes.
Yeah, but I think this card's pretty neat. I've always thought like Mount Lady when they first previewed her for the first round of Plus Ultra cards characters. She seemed like it seems neat, right? Like I like the idea of how they worked in the stacking characters with that one specifically. Ectoplasm is, but this one's neat. I mean, maybe there's the good throw deck, right? With this card, you just slamming those in there, and she's just giving every throw plus what 8 damage.
Yeah, up to 8.
Before everyone gets all doomsayery, she shares no symbols with ectoplasm, I believe, so you don't have to worry about that. So,
Nah,
yeah,
he's Chaos Order Water.
okay.
So
Yes, you don't
yeah,
have to worry about ectoplasm multiplying on your
yeah,
field, so you don't have to worry about that.
yeah.
But I do like the speed hate
Mhm.
type card. So granted, maybe this also sees, I don't know if you want to play it in like a deck that can like eat a
Well,
1, steal the first enhance, and say no, your attack doesn't get any speed,
that's
or
not bad, but also like Earth doesn't really have a lot of speed hate outside of like shock absorption. Again, it's another card that you have to just blow up for speed hate, but Earth doesn't really have a lot of that. They're more just blocking through like high value target or just raw tapping foundations to block stuff or damage resist or something like that. Good.
Right.
I don't know
mean,
what
like,
speed
it
hate
has
good
special,
has.
it has
You
special
got specialist.
amount.
You got specialist. You got you're so obvious, I guess.
And you also
Those.
have that Gran
That's
Torino
that
card we can't name properly for a flip. If it's over its printed, he gets -3.
Yeah.
Um, that, and then you also
Oh yeah.
off of Void, you got Heroic Lineage, and I think there's
I,
one
I think the
more.
thing
But
here,
Just
like,
gotcha
is that,
technically.
oh, gotcha. Yeah.
like, I, unless there's a deck, right, that's just like adding tons of speed, like if the Reciprocal Burst builds come back, or like
Togeyami.
or like the Togeyami stuff applies when he plays it, so you can't do anything about that.
Hmm.
So
Oh
like,
yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
yeah, so like what I'm getting at is that like if the high acceleration kick really becomes like this dominant force, like it has been, or let's say eat a 3, right? Like we were just talking about him. If that
Mhm.
new action just puts him over the top, then this card's going to start finding its way into sideboards, and then it's going to make it in decks. I think the only deck that's running 4X main is probably Mount Lady,
Mhm.
unless there's another stacker at some point. In
I'll
which
say
case,
until we
they
get to set 7 and it's all stackers, baby. Then this card's gonna be worth $1 billion for every character that has that symbol.
Hey man, if they do twice could have one of these symbols, and it could be this
That
card
would
also
make sense.
play. So
I
yeah,
can see
Yeah.
stuff going on there.
but yeah,
Yeah.
A plus, Jasco, Chef's kiss.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe twice could be void or something. I don't know. I don't see him
Yeah.
being Earth or good, but
Yeah, true.
Hey,
Well,
you
probably
never
not good, but probably maybe Earth or Void. That's
Yeah.
probably the two. Yeah.
So
You gotta
lastly,
put the
real
symbol somewhere. Yep.
real quick, we got the RLE season 3 cards, and the character that you get for entering any of the RLE 3 is Jiro. There are we have Manly Passionate Guy, Instant Explosive Release, Rising Starlet, and yeah.
That one was for you. So Mount Lady was for me. The was for you, obviously.
For me.
Yeah.
There you go. And then there's 2 cards that we had not seen previously. We have Cheerleader and Student of the Art. And so we'll talk about those real quick because these are our first previews for Heroes Clash. We have Cheerleader. It's a foundation. It's a 2/5 with a +3 mid. It appears to be a Hagakure card, obviously, because we see the gloves and nothing else. And also it says Hagakure first form on it. Yeah. What was that, Matt?
I said you can't see her at all. What are you talking about?
Oh, it's true. I have the super secret version that lets me see her.
Ooh.
But we have air, good, and water. So if she's in Heroes Clash, presumably those are her symbols.
Right.
So we have response remove, discard 1 momentum. After an attack is played, it gains flash. That's real hot. That's real good. And then secondly, we have Hagakure first form, flip. Both players build the top card of their deck face down, only playable if your rival has 8 or fewer foundations. So that one's a little more interesting. Maybe Hagakure has something to do with cards in your opponent's stage or something, because obviously that makes me think
Or
there's
less gets bonuses or something.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And the
Just
cool thing about it is
pure
you can't send
speculation
them into
there.
deadlock, right? Like they have to
Yeah,
be 8 or fewer, so you can give them a 9th one, but you can't give them the 11th one, right?
yeah.
Um,
Also, this does not share symbols with fourth kind, so he can't fuel his once per game. He can't force you to build up to 6
Oh,
and
yeah.
pop his once per
Oh
game.
gosh, could you? I can
Um,
hear it now. The
yeah,
internet's just screaming aloud.
yeah.
You know.
But yeah, no, that response to obviously there's a real cost for it. You have to remove the foundation and discard a momentum, but giving an attack flash is really powerful. So like if you're playing Hagakure 1, the provisional 1 Hagakure, you're like, well, I can flash at least 2 of your attacks this turn, so good luck,
or 2 of
Asoi
my
or
own
Tokiyami.
attacks.
Yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I mean, like, think about it. She matches 2 symbols with the Gran Torino stuff, Alpha
Yeah.
Air and Good. So
Yep.
like his stuff that's like, if this is blocked, then you gain stuff. If it's not blocked, so you're like, I'll play this one, make your decision. Okay, the next one's flashed. Okay, then we're gonna do like you can do stuff like there are attacks in these symbols that already give static buffs to the next thing anyway.
Mhm.
So it adds value to like her flash ability on the character for the provisional one, and then also to cards like this. But you're right, like defensively is where you really want to be, right? Like they play their Dark Shadow Ruin, and you're like, if that noise,
Yep.
block it as a
Yeah.
4 high for 5, get
Yep.
wrecked.
Yep.
Next one. Or they play their Chrome Fog takedown, and you're like, F that noise, that's going to counter progressive the whole turn.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a cool card.
Yeah. It just honestly kind of makes me more excited for Heroes Clash and getting those previews and seeing what's going to be coming out.
Jesco, please. Jesco, please.
Yes, maybe have some little breadcrumbs you can string along for us. Other than these that you've already done, obviously. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of I think gonna do it for us this week. Like I said, Ryan and I will be down at Somerville on Saturday. Hopefully not scrubbing it up too bad in the 1K. Yeah.
I believe in you.
As is tradition, neither of us has officially decided on a deck. So we're still deep in the tank. On that.
Ryan's just gonna end up on Bakugo again. I'm pretty sure.
When in doubt,
That's his
always on
go-to.
Bakugo 1.
Go-to for this format.
Ah, man,
You got
yeah,
it. Yeah.
Just
You know.
never don't be double fronting.
John's just ready to cement toss his way to victory.
Oh boy.
Oh, probably not. I'm probably gonna play the all gas no brakes life Oswey or something.
Your rounds will be done in 10 or less, so you'll have
Yeah,
plenty of
and
time
then
to
I
hang out.
can hang out and talk to people and learn and I can learn
I
things then,
realize,
Chris.
why did I do this?
No. It'll be great. But yeah, so if you're heading out there, we're excited. Hopefully you come and hopefully we'll all have a great time and hang out and play some cards. And if you're getting ready to go to GenCon, it's only like 2 weeks away. Better start. Don't be like us and just wait till the last second and decide on your deck.
I already have my stuff done. I'm good. I already have my deck ready, so I'm
Nice.
working on it. So yeah.
Oh,
But I will be at Gen Con Saturday and Sunday, so feel free come say hi. I'm pretty friendly. I would assume so. So
yeah, definitely.
Think so. Or I've been told. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
well, that's gonna do it for us this week, guys. We appreciate everyone listening, and again, thanks for helping us get to 200 subs. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And
Smash that like, subscribe. Make sure you comment down below. Let us know what your plans are for Gen Con.
Yeah, definitely.
Or if you want to enter in some tournaments and have your entry paid for and just give me some promos, that's cool too.
That guy's gonna he'll
So
foot the
hyped.
bill.
So high.
Maybe he'll make it worth your while too. We don't know. We'll have to wait.
I know some people.
He's a generous benefactor. He's a generous benefactor.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for us this week, guys. Have a great one. Thanks for listening.
Have a good week, everyone.